All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. And even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed, as Bitcoin has just gotten a fake out of this high. And guys, the title of the video is $600,000 Bitcoin long trade. I'm in a few trades that add up to 600K, all right? So I'm in about 500,000 here. And then I got another long open from lower with another 100,000, all right? It makes for good clickbait. But guys, make sure to like the dang video, because we are up to almost 200,000 subscribers, only 88,000 away. And guys, also make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I gave this setup for free on Friday. The long trade that I'm currently in right now, the long trade you see right here, gave it for free, all right? By the way, guys, a huge shout out to our sponsors, Cipher, my #1 trading indicator. Also, MEXC, best deal on fees in the game, is the exchange I'm currently trading on, as well as ZoomX, the other exchange that I like to trade on, BingX, the other exchange I like to trade on. And guys, if you want to join the community where we give juicy trade setups in advance, do multiple live streams every single day, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Click the link to join the community where we give our setups every day, multiple instructors doing multiple live streams every single day, plus a whole beginner's course in there. All right. Now, if we can get 1,000 likes, 1,000 likes within the first 30 minutes of streaming, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. All right. I'm out here, guys, showing you guys how I'm trading these markets. I'm showing you the wins. I'm showing you the losses. Yes, the short trade I was in yesterday did get stopped out, guys. Okay, just so you know. But still in juicy P&L for the month. In fact, let me see. I just took another profit on here. This is for this one account over here. This doesn't include my ZoomX account, guys. So yes, I took that loss yesterday. I explained to everybody why I took the short here. All right, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, I let everybody know when I took that short trade. And I also let everybody know when to take profit, even though I did not take profit on it. Head over to the Discord. I was in that short trade last night. This thing got stopped out. I left 94% on the table, but I let everybody know I am short from here. And then I let everybody know, because this short is a hedge for me, I'm not going to take profit until lower. But this is a good place to TP1 because of the golden pocket. The golden pocket was at 51,412. 51,412. And if we take a look at what actually happened here on the chart, we came down to, last night, 51,412 is right here, and that is where the bottom was in. Shout out to the Casper Crew. Shout out to everybody trading these charts. We're going to talk about why we got the pump, why we got the dump. And of course, guys, this short setup I'm in right now is a setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord during yesterday's New York Open live stream to take the short from $52,900-ish dollars. Stop loss above 53.3 with these confirmations. And this is currently the trade that I am in right now over on MEXC, locked in a TP1 because we are currently coming down to a support resistance flip right here in this sideways range, and we're going to be discussing what is going to be happening next for Bitcoin, because we're finally getting some volatility. All right, volatility. Now let's take a look at what has happened here quickly in the range, but before we do, a huge shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, a huge shout out to everybody in the chat. A huge shout out to Joe Potter. A huge shout out to Too Much Free Time. A huge shout out to Emerald Crypto. A huge shout out to Ben. A huge shout out to Whale Talk. A huge shout out to Joe Potter. All right. A huge shout out to Fit Genius 618. A huge shout out to Joe. A huge shout out to Gazgano Operator Fibonacci and Freedom Man and James Roy. Snake Eyes on the 1 minute. A huge shout out to Yoel French. He got in that long, my guy. Also jumped in a short from the CDW, learned from the course. Awesome, man. God bless you. God bless everybody in Jesus' name. Look, even if you're not religious, I still pray everybody is super blessed, because God is so good. He is so awesome. He has blessed me so much. I pray that He bless each one of you and reveal Himself to you in a very personal way. All right. So, shout out to Casual TA Jesus, who's also in a short trade. Yeah, we're going to talk about the short trade. Shout out to Dario Trader. Shout out to DJ. Shout out to Dono Crypto. Early stream. I got some stuff to do in the afternoon today, so I figured I'd stream early, and we're getting some volatility. Might as well use the opportunity to hop into a live stream. All right, y'all. So let's talk about what has happened here, okay? So first of all, Bitcoin came up to a pretty key level, all right? If we go to the weekly time frame, I want to start on the weekly time frame on Bitcoin, all right? We're going to go to the Coinbase chart, coinbase.com, and we are going to take a look at Bitcoin. So let's take a look at Bitcoin on the Coinbase chart on the weekly time frame, all right? What has happened here is something quite interesting, because as we have pumped up, we have come to this key area, right? $52,100, a very key area. This is basically this last series of highs that we made here back in November, December 2021 before entering into the catastrophic bear market, okay? So we have expected to find some kind of resistance here. We have had some kind of consolidation right here, all right? Now, we also cannot lose sight of the fact that above us, in my opinion, we still have key levels to the upside, which is why I've been bullish. I was bullish yesterday. Even though I was short, I was still a little bit more biased for the bullish side. And the reason why is because when we just look at the volume profile right here, we can clearly see that just based on the volume on the higher term timeframes, Bitcoin is reaching for our next target at around $56,000, 55.7-ish. It's a zone, but this is our next major target for Bitcoin. It's more probable than not that we will hit our $55,700 target. Why? Because we have come back inside of this fair value zone that goes all the way back to December 2020, right? We came back inside. Once we came inside, we were saying most probable we hit 47,000. We did. We found resistance there. Epic short trade, set up given in advance in the Casper crew. But now we've reclaimed this high volume node, right? We've reclaimed this high volume node, which means even if we get a pullback here, it's more probable than not we do see our highs hit, okay? So now let's take a look back here at what's happening on the Bitcoin chart, okay? So right now we have formed, after coming to the key level on the weekly, we have formed just a simple sideways range here, okay? When you see Bitcoin starting to form a sideways range, you need to always mark out that low, which we had right around here, and mark out the high, because this is going to be your playground for taking trades, right? The first low and the first high, it's going to be your playground for taking trades. Because when you take that first low, that's where you look for the long trade. This is why this is the setup that we gave from 50,776. Boom. Right here. This is why you should subscribe to the channel, because this is actually a free setup I gave during a public live stream. All right. And then we need to mark the high, because when we take the high, this is where we look for the short trades, right? Which is the setup that I gave yesterday in the New York Open VIP live stream, right? So people, instead of they flop and grope in these ranges, instead of being patient and waiting for the key levels, all right? Waiting for the key levels. So we have just taken the lows of this range right here after this first liquidity grab. Now we have taken the highs right here. And so what are we looking at? Well, technically the Bitcoin price is still in this range right now. And so this range is going to be the area in which we now look for our next trade setup. So obviously, one of two things can happen here, right? Either we continue making bullish market structure and we break out, or we actually now make a lower low and we break down. Now I know that's very obvious, okay? Now, here's one aspect of my trading that has helped me immensely, that I believe can help everybody immensely, which is the following. No matter what happens right now, I don't care, because I have made money on the long, I have made money on the short, and regardless of what happens now, I'm guaranteed to make over $40,000 on these Bitcoin trades. Right now, obviously, this trade here, I have been in this scaling. I have been scaling into this trade on the way up. All right, I have been scaling to this trade on the way up. Okay, if you've been following me, you know that I've been long on Bitcoin really since, really since we reclaimed $40,700 and we gave that long in the Discord, right? So we're gonna do some TA on this little range to figure out what are some key areas. New York is going to open in about 5 minutes. And when it does, we're going to get an influx of volume. Now, something else, let's take a look at what actually happened at this rejection here and why we got such a rejection. First of all, when we take a look at what happened on the order flow chart, very interestingly, we saw, if we go to, let's go to a 5-minute time frame, you can see it better. On the 5-minute time frame, we saw about 6.4 million longs, literally right at the exact top. Right, literally right at the exact top, 6.4 million longs, right here at $52,900, immediately under the water. And then if we go down to an even lower term time frame, we can see that as after these guys entered their trades, we saw more and more longs opening up as price was getting lower and CVD getting higher, giving us some very, very local bearish divergences here. And now we are just kind of flopping around the VWAP. All right, now let's take a look at Market Cipher, how Market Cipher was looking here. Man, this is crazy, guys. Let's take a look at Market Cipher, how Market Cipher was looking. All right, I'm going to head over now to good old Market Cipher. And we're going to go to our 12-minute time frame here. Now, we do have some bearish divs on the 12-minute time frame as we made that high and lost the level, right? Local bearish divs, and not only that, we have bearish divs coming all the way back to here, technically on the 12-minute time frame, and you could even say we have bearish divs going all the way back to the beginning of the range, also with the money flow now coming out of the range here. All right, when we go to the 24-minute time frame, what do we see here? We also see bearish divergences over the time, right? And more importantly to me, we see the money flow coming out here, okay? Now, what's really interesting is the 4-hour time frame and the 1-hour time frame, because potentially, now I'm not saying this is the top, because I actually personally believe the top could be a little bit higher here, but for me, there is the real potential here for a 4-hour bearish divergence with the money flow coming down, right? The reason why I was so convinced yesterday, if you saw my video yesterday, the reason I was convinced this was not the high, right? I was very convinced that this was not the high. And I made a whole case for it yesterday. It was because of the 4-hour money flow. The 4-hour money flow was still getting higher, even though we were in fact printing the bearish divergences as we made that high. But now the 4-hour money flow is getting lower as we make another high. So this, to me, even if this is not the top, this is telling me the top is closer now than it was before. And when I say the top, yes, we're in a massive uptrend. Okay, so when I say the top, I mean something similar to this, right? Something similar to what we had back here, the ETF announcement, right? It was the top if you're a day trader. It was a 21% pullback. It was an extremely lucrative trade for those of us who took it, right? I took that trade live in the New York Open live stream, right? Gave the setup in advance. But yeah, it was a very, very lucrative trade. And yeah, so right now, that's what I mean when I say the top is near, right? I'm not saying like the top of the cycle, the top of Bitcoin, the top forever. I just mean a local top is nearer now than it was yesterday, having made a higher high with money flow and momentum getting lower. Now, when we go to the 1-hour time frame, things even look even more bearish on the 1-hour time frame, right? The money flow coming out here, bearish divergences forming locally and regionally across this entire area. So yes, this could be a short trade to lower prices, but let's now discuss the key levels of support that we need to be aware of below, because I do feel, especially as New York opens in literally 1 minute, I do feel that it's still more likely we see higher prices on Bitcoin. All things considered here. I think it's likely that we see higher prices. And my reasoning for the higher prices is the same as it was yesterday. It's simply that we have bigger levels of resistance to the upside still. And it's very unlikely that we will see the big pullback before we hit those levels, right? This, like, I consider us right now equal to what happened right here. In fact, we might be seeing right now what happened here, right? Something like this. Because in this whole area, people were getting bearish because of the bearish signs on the chart. I was maintaining bullishness because I knew we had a key level of resistance here. I'm like, does it make any sense that we would reject, that the big rejection would be from here when we have the actual level right here, right? So right now, what I'm saying is we have the actual zone of resistance around, let's say, $56,000, $57,000 is the big zone of resistance here. New York is open. I just got the alert on my phone. Does it make sense that this would be the big rejection if we know that we have the real level above us? No, I would say it's more likely that we get a big break and then we get the move, right? So let's zoom in now to the 12-minute time frame and take a look at what's happening here. All right, 12-minute time frame. We're going to do some TA on the fly, all right? We're going to do some TA on the fly. So first of all, let's mark out the range and the volume. Okay, so we are right now inside the value area once again. All right, now I'm going to pull a local fib from low to high, and we are bouncing from the Fibonacci golden pocket. Wow, look at that. So look at that. We are finding support the Fibonacci golden pocket. Let's pull it from the low to the high of the range. Okay, yeah, so here's the thing, guys. What I am basically looking at now is if the price is going to lose this golden pocket, that's really not good. I'd say we could see much more downside. As long as the price is going to hold 51,800 at least, I would say more upside is definitely in the cards, because 51,800 right now is the highest volume node of the range, confluence with the golden pocket. Let's see when New York opens, what would be a really nice long opportunity right here, in my opinion. Look at market Cipher B right now. We are getting very bullish divergences on the 6-minute right here. A beautiful long entry, in my opinion, would be New York is open right now. Let's dump it down a little bit more with another drive of bullish divergence here. And that could be a really nice potential long entry, because as long as we're holding $51,800, that is bullish, right? This is key support. $51,800, that's a very high volume node of the range. The highest volume node of the range of the entire range. And so look, so far, ever since we made this beautiful bottom from right down here, right, from the long trade setup that I am in right now, this one right here, we have been making higher highs and higher lows, right? So from the long setup, we made a higher high, a higher low. We've just made a higher high. So if we come down, we could come down to around 51.8 and continue with this bullish market structure, bounce from the high volume node of the range, and then get the breakout, right? And then where's our target? My next target for the long, 54,500 is where I would shoot for, which will be from 51.8, about a 5% move to the upside. All right. Yeah, so 51.8 right now, very, 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 very key for me, at least, right? Very, very key for me. Okay. And of course, if we lose, I'd say the low of the range, which I would consider the value area low, right around 51.5. I'd say it's very likely that we're going to go for this low here. Now, this low, right down yonder, we cannot forget the fact that it did happen on a Saturday. So there is a really good chance that we go to take out that low. And if we do, what do we need to be aware of below that low? Well, for me, look at this golden pocket, low to high, right around $50,100, $50K. We have this golden pocket here. So, you know, we could really just put in our first low, put in our first high, grab the liquidity from the lows, grab the liquidity from the highs, grab the liquidity from the lows into the golden pocket, support resistance flip, and then get our bounce. Okay? So, guys, make sure to like the dang stream, because I'm literally telling you guys all my trading plans on here for free, all right? So, the least you could do if you get any value from this is go ahead, like the dang stream, all right? Because we are here every day on the treadmill, trading, talking about our trades. I love trading Bitcoin. It's all good. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to James Roy. Shout out to Pepe Da Friendly. DGen Troll says, NVIDIA missed earnings. Sell us your bags now. All right. Yeah, guys, we have 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get 1,000 likes to do the giveaway. We have about 1,000 people in here, so if everybody likes the stream right now, we can do the $1,000 giveaway. All right, shout out to Pele Photography. Shout out to Yirmiyahu H. People are sleeping. Yeah. I was up early this morning. Shout out to K-Pax back in action. God bless K-Pax. All right, shout out to Remy. Thinkorswim rings the opening and closing bells for you. That takes me back to my old school stock trading days on Thinkorswim. All right, Stupid Bitcoin says shorts getting wrecked fast. Shout out to Charged. Shout out to Stupid Bitcoin. He says 53K incoming fast. 53K incoming fast. All right, we will see. So just to build a little bit of context, guys, New York has opened 5 minutes ago. We have gotten a bounce from the local Fibonacci golden pocket. Actually, we front ran it on MEXC, but on Bybit, we did bounce from this golden pocket. And so in general, guys, what I am looking for right now is actually just to come down a little bit lower, right around this area. 51.2, let's put it right around here. And if we can get a bounce from this zone, then I'd say this thing is bullish to break to the upside, okay? Here we come. Here we come to the zone, baby. Bitcoin coming to the zone. Let's check out what's happening here on the order flow chart. We're going to go to the 5 minute time frame. We are holding the VWAP for now, guys. If we hold the VWAP, that's nice. We did have some dumb shorts open up right into the VWAP. We had some dumb shorts open up into the VWAP, and actually, we're even seeing a bit of about 2 million shorts being absorbed right here. So this might be a nice kind of area to look for that bottom. All right, personally for me, I'm not interested in firing off a freshie, as the kids call it nowadays, Gen Alpha. All right, unless we take this pre-New York Open low. All right, firing off a freshie, that's what Gen Alpha says. Okay, now let's turn back to our good friend Market Cipher. All right, let's get back to our good friend MCB. Chilling on the charts. Shout out to Cool Will. Shout out to Dave Digital. What do I like more, golden pockets or golden pockets? Golden pockets or golden pockets? Do I like golden pockets or golden pockets? Huh. I think golden pocket. I think I put the emphasis on that last syllable, golden pocket. All right. All right. Yeah, you need a treadmill Bitcoin miner. Okay, so guys, just a little recap here. This is our context right now. All right, we've got some bear divs forming here with money flow momentum waves as we took that liquidity from this top. All right, this was a CDW right up here. Okay, now for me, let's pull this. Yeah, I mean, look, the high volume node of the range is going to be important. Also, the low volume node of the range is going to be important. So yeah, we are under the value area high of the range, which to me, guys, it makes me think that yeah, we're gonna come back at least to 51.8 here, and then potentially down to 51.5. And these are going to be two areas to look for support. Now, the 12-minute time frame. Let's look at Market Cipher B. All right, money flow is getting higher here. Let's look at the 6 minute. Let's look at the 6 minute. Look at the 6 minute right now. It looks very nice, actually, for us to come down to the low of the range with some nice bullish divergences. Some nice bullish divs, all right? I personally feel, based on a number of things, that we are not going to break down from this range today. Okay, I personally feel that we are not going to break down from this range today. I'm personally more bullish right now than I am bearish for a number of reasons. Number one, this move happened before New York opened on a Tuesday after a holiday. It's very unlikely that this is the move for the day, right? It's very unlikely that this is the move for the day. It's more likely that we do something more bullish. Now, where do we find support? I mean, that's the question. Obviously, we have support number one, support number two. For me, obviously, because I am long from right down here, I would be looking to get into a new long trade from this area right here, okay? Basically, take Saturday's lows. We have a golden pocket. If we run into this little area right here, we've also got this mini range with the high volume node right around this zone, right? So yeah, we've got smaller levels right here, areas to be looking for scalps and such. But honestly, for me, this to me is an area where I would open up a new long trade, a big one, looking for a new high. I'm still more bullish than bearish here. Now, I know a lot of people have been getting bearish in the trading space lately. I know the mainstream crypto YouTubers are bullish. All right, mainstream crypto YouTubers are bullish, but but the traders have been bearish. All right, here we come, 51.8. Just as we were expecting. There's no way that was going to be the low before New York Open. Let's see as we come down to 51.8. Here we go. 51.8. What's going to happen here? All right, let's see. We gonna bounce or we not? High volume node of the range, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. High volume node of the range. All right. That's crazy, right? The high volume node of the range giving us that little blue candle right there. All right. So I am not going to take more profit on the short here, guys. Even though we are at support, I would rather hold for some lower targets. But would you look at that, guys? Look at that, right? Look at that, 51.8. Getting a little bit of a bounce there. Let's see what has happened here. Not too much, to be honest with you, but it just makes the most sense that we come down to 51.8. If we lose 51.8, 51.5 is the low of the range, and 51.5 is actually a pretty dang important level, because if we don't hold 51.5, then that's the golden pocket, and it means we're probably going to go for Saturday's low. And Saturday's low is this one right down here. Okay, this level right here, 50,600 ish. All right, guys. Now, shout out to everybody who took the long trade from that level, man. Very juicy setup given for free. And shout out to everybody who took this short trade setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord yesterday during the New York Open live stream. All right, shout out to MEXC, best deal on fees. Shout out to ZoomX, my second go-to exchange. Shout out to BingX. Shout out to Marcus Cipher. Shout out to the Casper Crew. You guys, if you want to join the Casper Crew, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. This is where we give all these juicy setups. This is where we give our levels, our live streams. It's a great community, the best community in the world. We also have a whole bunch of courses on the website, jasoncaspertrading.com. Links to all this stuff in the pinned comment and description. All right, so we are struggling right now at that high volume node of the range. All right, shout out to my man Crypto Billy for the super chat. For the $50 super chat, shout out to Crypto Billy. He says, much love, givers gain. That is so true. Givers do gain. I can say that with 100% certainty based on experience. Shout out to Larry Lamb. He says, morning, bro. Morning to you, Larry Lamb. Morning to you, Larry Lamb. All right. Stupid Bitcoin says, shorts took the bait. Shout out to AM. Market is about to have a major drop based on the way whales came up to take everyone out. Bingo, any good on fees? I don't know. I've never traded on Bingo. 53 or 50K first? I'd say probably. It depends on what happens at 51.8. All right, we hold 51.8 and we hold 51.8 and we're making a new high. Probably above 53. We hold 51.8. We're probably going to 54. All right, let's zoom in here. I don't see anything too nice here. Let's zoom out, get an overall context of this. Wow. Hang on, let me refresh. Yeah, so a few things to note here, guys. A few things to note. This is quite interesting. Open interest is completely lower now than it's ever been throughout this entire range, okay? So more people are out right now of the market. There were fewer people involved in the market right now than there were back here on February 14th. All right, that is something interesting to note. The second thing to note is that this move up happened on a massive decrease of open interest, which means it's a very, very weak move to the upside. This is a very weak move to the upside overall. Let me take a look back at Market Cipher again. I want to go to the 4-hour. Yeah, so like I said, guys, there is a chance that this is the high because in my mind, this was very much so unlikely the high. For my entire reasoning to that, go watch yesterday's stream. There's much more chance that this is the high here than this for, I would say, 2 reasons right now. Reason number 1, because this move to the upside happened with no testosterone in the tank. All right? Straight up estrogen. Straight up 21st century Western civilization pumping this Bitcoin price up. No testosterone in the tank. Now, the second reason is because we are finally starting to see the 4-hour money flow get lower here. And so if this thing confirms a red dot within the next few hours, let's say, then I'd say there's a really good chance we get a more significant pullback here before we see higher prices. All right. Now, remember, the dots are not leading indicators. They're lagging indicators, right? But the confirmation of a dot in the 4-hour usually means much more downside is coming, right? Look at this, for example. We got the red dot confirmed here. Then we got another big push to the upside. But the confirmation of the dot did lead to a move down. Right over here, confirmation of the dot did lead to a significant move down. All right, even right here, confirmation of the dot led to more significant downside. So if we do confirm that red dot, even if we're still in this range, let's say like we chill out here, hold POC, maybe get a move back up, come back down, right? And eventually this red dot does confirm and it's lower than this red dot and the money flow is lower, I'd say there's a really good chance that we are going to see either 50K, and then the level after that is the retest of the major support resistance flip at 47.3, and then potentially 43K. And then honestly, guys, we have to entertain bearish scenarios here. Now, I'm not a bear. I'm not a bull. Actually, I'm a bull. I'm a bull. I'll be honest with you guys. I confess. I'm a bull. But in general, we have to go based on what the chart is saying, right? So for me right now, because the chart is saying that it's more likely than not that we see higher prices. Sorry, hang on. It's the wrong chart. Let me remove all this stuff. Because right now the chart is saying that it's more likely than not we see higher prices, I have to maintain more bullish than bearish bias. But if we lose 47K, the chart is then telling me it's more likely than not we see lower prices. All right. Now, just to make it clear, does this mean I'm going to short just because we dumped down below 47K? Absolutely not. Okay. When we're looking at the higher time frames, this is not giving us trade entries. All right. This is giving us targets and biases for our trades. All right. We're talking about trading, right? Not hodling, but trading. If we lose 47K, that means I'm expecting more downside, which means if I see a short setup under 47K, I'm going to hold a portion of it potentially back down to the low of the range, right? I'm going to have this bias because on the high term time frames, if we lose 47K and I get a short entry under 47K, it's not stupid to have a final target at these lows because that's the low of the range, right? I'm not going to just short because we dump, right? I have my targets set because of the dump. Just like right now, I have my targets for the long trades up at this area, right? It doesn't mean I'm just longing now because we broke out of this area. We had to wait for a long setup, but once we're in the setups, then we can say, you know what, I will take some profit out But I'm still understanding that the higher time frames say it's more likely we see higher prices, right? So you have to understand the higher time frames are not giving us the entries, right? The low time frames give us the entries. The high time frames are giving us the bias, right? And I would say this, guys. This is a very, very, very interesting time. Because the weekly time frame right now, if we reject from this area, still could potentially give us a bear div here, all right? And we had a bear div back here on the weekly. That's the last time we had a bear div. That gave us a bit of a pullback here. This is very overextended. I mean, nobody can deny the fact that this is overextended. I mean, how long have we gone without that pullback right now? It's been 189 days. You could have been leveraged longing for 189 days, trailing your stops, not getting wrecked. That's insane. When was the last time we saw something like this? We didn't even see that back here, guys, in 2020. We didn't even see this in the last bull market where you had that much time of straight up. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, but the level is holding nonetheless. All right. Man, the level is holding. Is that not crazy, guys? Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Right? Because could have taken a scalp right off the level given to the dang dollar. All right. But I mean, it's nothing special. It's just because it's the POC. I guess you don't have to subscribe to the channel to get these levels, guys. I'm just trying to hype myself up because I'm a YouTuber. That's what us YouTubers do. You know, it's all about the dopamine, the algorithms. We got to make ourselves seem better and cooler than we are. How much cooler could you get than this? You know? How do you feel about the teeth, guys? You know, haven't been to the dentist since I was 12 years old. All right? Last time I went to the dentist, I was 12 years old. They wanted to pull out my teeth. So I have 2 extra teeth. That's why they're all crooked in here, right? I said, heck no, you're not pulling my dang teeth. I walked out. I never went back to the dang dentist. Isn't that crazy? All right, we're getting a little bounce from here, guys. Look, if we hold this level, we're going to 54K. Right? I say it's very unlikely that this is the move for the day. I feel like it's going to close a bullish day today. I feel it in my bones. I got those extra teeth. Shout out to OG Blockchain in the chat. All right. Shout out to D-Jet. Shout out to Antho622. Prepared to have 2 bloody month. Yeah. All right. Shout out to CryptoFace. CryptoFace, the coolest cat in the chat. Yo, CryptoFace, what is going on, my man? God bless you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Huge shout out to CryptoFace. All right, the OG crypto YouTuber, whale, trader, world record most money made and lost live streaming, I think. I don't know. Someone might have beat you for lost, right? Pretty sure most money made live streaming ever. All right. Thanks so much for being here, CryptoFace. I appreciate you, man. God bless you. King Kong says, I'm beautiful from the inside, and that's what matters. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I got a cut the other day. I looked in there, and it was pretty dang beautiful. I have to be honest. My insides are super beautiful. All right. Dave Digital says, we're not going to 54. We're going to 54,001. I'm so wrong. Yeah. So look, guys, 51.8 key level. We are holding this level. So okay, let's pull a fib right here. Let's pull a fib, high to low, and let's turn off our 382 because no one cares about the 382. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get back to trading view here. Oh, it was a fake account that beat your loss. That's interesting, CryptoFace. That's funny. That's funny. All right, so let's get down to the lower time frames here. All right. yeah, so, oh man, I have to say this is a tough one, guys. I don't know. I'm glad I'm long from the bottom and short from the top on this one, because I mean, this bottom right here, right from the golden pocket, was nice, and now we've made bullish market structure, and we're holding the POC. But oh, man, it's very ambiguous, guys. I have to say, the move up was very weak. No balls, no testosterone. All right, money flow on the 1 hour is definitely coming out. Money flow on the 4 hours coming out. If we start printing red dot in the 4 hour, I'd say game over. But I still, it just is so unlikely to me that this is the high when we have such key levels above, right? And I go back to this scenario, right? It was looking super bearish here. I stuck to my bullish guns because we had this level. I'm like, why would this be the top if we have this level? And this seemed like the top. It really did seem like the top. In fact, I remember when I opened up my $500,000 long trade, I got a lot of poo-poo for it, because I said this looked bullish as heck, and it did look bullish as heck. But yeah, I was waiting for those higher targets, man, and they came. So I'm gonna stick to my guns right now. I'm gonna say we're going higher. We're going higher. Lowest we come is 50K, right? The golden pocket from this last low to the high. Take out Saturday's low. If we take Saturday's low, this would be extremely bullish looking to me. If we take Saturday's low into around 50K ish, like it's a golden pocket. This is as low as we go, in my opinion. All right, I'm making a public statement here. Bitcoin will never be lower than 50K again. Oh wait, that's an exaggeration. I'd say it's unlikely that Bitcoin goes lower than 50K before we hit that final area of resistance. All right, I'd say that even the 1 hour, look at the money flow on the 1 hour, getting thicker here. I would like to see something like this, right? If we come down and we get the divergence as this money flow is getting thicker like this, that to me would give us enough juice to hit our $54-ish thousand level. And once we do, the 4 hour will also now be giving us a very clear looking bearish divergence with the money flow and momentum. It would be nice. And even the 1 day might now be giving us a regional and a local divergence, right? Because the day is doing this over time. So we might do something like this. You know, play a little game of green dot, red dot, 54K, and then get a nice pullback, right? And I don't, when I say a nice pullback again, I don't, the last nice pullback we got wasn't that nice. It was nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a nice trade, 20%, but, you know, we're in a massive uptrend. So when I say nice pullback, yeah, 20%, maybe more. Who knows? It's a very key level of resistance, guys. It's a very, very, very key level of resistance. That is such a key level of resistance, guys. That is such a key level. Did I mention that's a key level of resistance? Now look at this. If we take the fib and we pull high to low, it's also the 786 coming in right there, right? Here's a picture of the 786. Does she look like she wants to let you through? Absolutely not. She's a bouncer outside the club. If we could even call her a her. It's up for debate on the internet forums. All right. Wow, we got 1,400 people in the house. Guys, make sure to like the dang stream. Shout out to Houston. He says, the more subs, the better the chance you'll see blue and purple charts on the Moon Show. Ha! Shout out to Carl from the Moon. Shout out to the Real King Solomon. Shout out to John Malik. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, I pray, Lord Jesus, bless you all, God's people. Amen. I join you in that prayer. And I say, amen. All right. Shout out to Divine Hood. He says, bro, we are at a major resistance, though, with that weekly log channel and the daily pitchfork. I could see us stopping out here for a bit. Shout out to Divine Hood, because Divine Hood is an expert trader in the Casper crew. And he is really good with his analysis. So when Divine Hood says something, just take it serious. All right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to my man Trader Geo. He says the move to the upside was like your ambiguously gendered blue-haired friend. Hey, bro, that's not nice. Because, you know, my ambiguously gendered friend is actually a picture of me. This is me back in college, when I was majoring in non-binary carbon emission studies. And, so are you saying I have no balls, bro? Alright. Yeah, this is a picture of me when I was majoring in non-carbon binary emission studies. It was a really hard time in my life. Because, you know, majoring in non-carbon binary emission studies, you learn to hate all carbon. And then I learned I was carbon. Made of carbon, so I started to hate myself. And because I was so large and in charge, eating all that processed vegan food full of plastic and seed oils, it gave me lots of flatulence. So every time I farted, I hated myself even more. All the carbon just coming out, right? But there was a silver lining to the situation, because here's the thing. I couldn't get a job. Even though I had my degree in non-carbon binary emission studies, no one would hire me. I couldn't believe it. I applied everywhere. And my degree, it almost as if it was worthless. So now I'm hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. I hate myself. I'm farting all the time. And I said, I need to find a way to make money. That's what led me to trading. Okay? And now I'm a trader. It's great. Now you might say, Jason, you look a little bit different. What happened to the hair dye? You know? And all this stuff. The makeup. Well, here's the thing. When you're doing things that are productive in life, you don't have time every morning to dye your hair and do your makeup and all this kind of stuff. You just end up looking like a normal old guy. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? It's so funny to me. Man, I shouldn't say this on YouTube. But, you know, historically speaking, people didn't do this. Why? Because every day they had to, like, do what they had to do to freaking survive. They didn't have time to do all this other nonsense and worry about all this other crap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Crypto Coons. He's carbon neutral. All right, NASDAQ is down. That's why Bitcoin follows. Trader Geo is the man. Do I think it's going to go up to 60K? Look, my next target is 54 to 55,000. You know? You know? Shout out to Just Ray. Can you just join any prayer without whitelisting? Well, for me, Just Ray, if somebody's praying in the name of Jesus, for me that's kosher, man. For me that's kosher, right? I don't have to whitelist the person or anything like that, right? That's how I feel. That's my own personal conviction. If you disagree, you disagree. What can I say? Shout out to DJ. He says cow farts will cause the end times, but the WEF scammer. Oh man, I shouldn't even say this stuff on YouTube. This is a one-way ticket to Shadowban City, my man. All right, a one-way ticket to Shadowban City. Yep, that's true. I got rejected by 6 Juanita in high school, and that led me to be the purple hair man for sure. You trade with 90% of your account, Jason Casper? No, heck no. Heck no, I don't trade with 90% of my account. This slider up right here, I don't know why it's at 83%. I'm not looking to enter a $1 million trade. But no, I don't. But here's the thing about my account, all right? I do not keep my money on the exchange. I have just withdrawn money from this exchange. All right, so I keep enough money on the exchanges to enter 1 or 2 trades, and then I take the rest out. All right, that's why when I show my P&Ls, it says I made 700% in a month. That's a lie. I did not make 700% in a month. All right, this is because I take my money out of the trade. So I'm trading with, my full account is in cold storage. My capital I have allocated to trade is in cold storage. All right. Shout out to Solid 7. My favorite metalcore bands. Oh, man. Well, let me think here. My favorite metalcore. We're talking about metalcore, right? We're not talking about melodic metal. Because in high school, I was only into, like, European melodic metal. Like Northern. That kind of stuff. Like Scar Symmetry. You know. In Flames. Shout out to CryptoFace. In Flames. But my favorite metalcore band. Oh, man. That's a tough one. I haven't listened to anything in so long. I don't even know what's out there now. Look, the only bands I can think of are like As I Lay Dying, but that's because As I Lay Dying is the metalcore band only, right? So like, and everyone else just rips them off, right? They did it first. They were the first ones. I know there were others, all right? There were others, but I feel like As I Lay Dying influenced metalcore a lot more than a lot of other bands did, right? The singing chorus, the screaming verses, the breakdowns. You know, if it weren't for As I Lay Dying, there would be no Devil Wears Prada and all the scene Risecore bands. In my opinion. What do I know? False Move Monday, False Move Tuesday, Children of Bodom. Yeah, I used to love Children of Bodom so much back in the day. I used to love them. Guar. I was never into Guar. I was never into the theatrics. Killswitch Engage. Oh man, I used to love Killswitch Engage. Yeah, with Howard, and honestly, when they got Jesse back, their new stuff is good too. But what was that CD? The one that had was it like End of Heartache or something? Killswitch was good. Lamb of God. Honestly, I never really got into Lamb of God, to be honest with you. I never really got into them. Alright. Alright, so Bitcoin is holding that level, guys. Let's check it out on the order flow chart once again to see if any new traders are entering in here. It's pretty flat. We're under VWAP. A reclaim of VWAP, then I would say, yeah, it looks kind of nice. But, look, we're holding the level. 51.8. Fake out of the high. All that kind of stuff. Static X. I don't consider them metalcore. Corn. I consider them new metal. Alright, new metal. New metal. Miss May I? I mean, Miss May I literally is As I Lay Dying. But yeah, of course, everyone likes Miss May I. You know. Yeah, so T1 Johnny, 1 hour plus 4 hour div on the high. Yeah, so like, absolutely. That's why I say this could be the high. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be the high, all right? It's not guaranteed to be the high, but it could be the high. Could be the high. But like, you know, I think more upside is likely this week. I don't think that Tuesday pre-New York Open wick is the high. Okay, that just makes very little sense to me. It's very unlikely that a pre-New York Open Tuesday low open interest high. Yeah, we had some longs trapped up there. And did those longs get stopped out? Yeah, they're wrecked already. So like, you know, I find this unlikely to be the high. What I find to be the scenario that I prefer the most, actually, is this one here. Down to here, 50K, and then to 54. This is the scenario I prefer the most. Down to 50K, up to 54. That's the scenario I prefer the most. Why is that? Because we made this low on a Saturday, all right? Gave the setup in advance. Shout out to y'all who took that dang trade, okay? Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We only 88,000 more subscribers to 200,000K. All right. But that happened on a weekend. And typically weekend liquidity gets taken, and then we have a golden pocket right here at 50K. And not only that, but it's a high volume node here as well, right? And then it just makes most sense we come to 54 because this is the value area high of the macro range. This is my preferred scenario right now, all right? This is my preferred scenario. Now, I know what people are thinking. Hey, Jason! You know, you're not predicting anything. You're just saying it could do this or it could do that. And you're right. I don't predict anything. I just say it could do this or it could do that, right? And that's how I get into these trades. People are like, how does you always get into the trade? It's because I was saying, you know, it could do this. So if it does this, I'm already ready to take the dang short trade because I was waiting for it since yesterday morning. You know? 52,861. Where do we come to? 52,983. All right, so I was $100 off. But look, we gave it some playing room, right? We gave it up to 53.3. Right, so we came right into the zone. I was waiting for it, right? Same with this. How did I get the exact bottom? I was waiting for that exact level. So, you know, if you don't plan for things to happen in advance, then you're going to be flopping and groping, right? You got to have what if scenarios. That way you're not caught off guard. You know, some people come to the chart and they're like, what should I do, long or short? It's like, well, probably nothing. Probably come up with some what ifs and then come up with a series of confirmations that will get you into or out of the trade. And then wait for those setups. If you just wait for your setups, guys, I'm telling you, I have been trading so lackadaisical the past few months. I mean, really since the end of December, right? Long, short, and then long, and then I took a few small shorts, but mostly just hold the longs. And then, yeah, recently I've taken a couple of shorts here as well, right? But I just wait for those key levels. Like, I just wait for the key levels. And then you don't have to be freaking out 24/7 if you do it that way. In my opinion, what the heck do I know? All right, I don't know anything. Just a guy on the internet with a plunger on the dang face, all right? Just a guy on the internet with a plunger on the face. Shout out to all the super chats in the house. Shout out to I Show You. He says, God bless you, Jason. Can you do analysis of SDEX MEXC chart? Yeah, let's do XDEX MEXC chart. All right, SDEX. Guys, make sure to like the stream. We got 1,500 people in here. We got 800 likes. All right, we got bearish CVD. Someone says, we'll check it out. All right, so this is SDEX. Smart DEX. It's a smart DEX. So this is the weekly, which obviously is in a massive uptrend right now. I have to say, weekly market Cipher B looking pretty dang juicy. Look at that trigger wave printing here. VWAP crossing to the upside. Daily time frame, money flow crossing to the upside. We got some slight bear div on this high. Obviously, we've been forming bear divs along the way up here. I don't know. I feel like based on the weekly time frame and based on this daily, it looks pretty good. This looks like a really nice bottom to me right here. Let's check it out. I don't know anything about this, guys, so please. People always say, Jason, you're an idiot because, you know, you did TI in that coin and you didn't know it was a rug pull and, you know, Sam Bankman-Fried created it from prison to help fund the war somewhere else, and you know, and then he rug pulled everybody and used it to buy cocaine, sent it to his friend. Look, I don't know. I don't care, okay? I'm just looking at the chart. And based on the chart, what do I see? I see we had a nice area support resistance right here. Okay? Right around here. Resistance, flipped into support, and then what happened? We came down, we took that low with the coveted uneven butt cheek pattern on market Cipher B, right? We had the juicy left cheek. We had the not so juicy right cheek as we took the low and got the reclaimed money flow and momentum getting higher. All right, let's stretch out the cheeks here. Nice, 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 nice. All right. Looks nice to me. We've changed market structure here. So, what would I be looking for? Well, I don't know if we'll get it now, but assuming that we get a retracement, I would be looking to long 13,005 because this is support, right? So we're in our downtrend, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now we make a higher high. Now we look for the higher low to the historic support, and then we look for the higher high, right? Giving us what some people call the introverted head and shoulder pattern. All right, we've got the neckline, and we've got ourselves a left shoulder and the head, and then potentially now the right shoulder. And here's the thing about introverted people. No one pays attention to them. They don't get invited to parties. They have no friends, okay? But after high school, they become very successful and they far out excel all their peers, right? Their peers working some crappy job they hate, fat, beer gut, unhealthy, right? But the introverted head and shoulders, they did something good with their life. They became a crypto trader, you know? They kept going to the gym when everyone else got lazy. And now they shine far above all their friends. Well, they had no friends. But you guys know what I'm saying. Shout out to my man for the super chat. Thank you so much. All right, can we look at Filecoin? We already looked at Filecoin a million times in the past few streams here. Shout out to Dave Digital. Can we take a second and do some break dancing? Do you break dance, Dave Digital? Do you break dance? Do you break dance, man? Shout out to Red Elephant. Shout out to Shaukat Ali. Shout out to Praxidis from Brazil. God bless you. Insights into ETH's pullback zones. Yeah, let's take a Bitcoin's dumping, Jason. Oh man. Oh man, Bitcoin's dumping. Oh man, shout out to GG12345 of vacation. Can we check out Theta? Yeah, we could check Theta. We could check Theta. Theta. Treadmill stopped. My bad, y'all. Yeah, we could check out Theta. But Bitcoin's dumping. We're losing the level. Wow, we just had a whole bunch of shorts just pop in like out of nowhere here. Whole bunch of longs wrecked on that move down. That makes sense. They had stop loss under that level 51.8. All right, so now I say 51.5 is my next target here. And if we lose that, I'd say we're going for the Saturday lows, baby. 50,007. And I will get stopped out of my trade. Look at this. I lost almost $2,000 on fees on this trade. $2,000 on fees on the trade. Isn't that crazy? I lost $2,000 on fees. That's crazy. Yeah, I will get stopped out of this trade with a $43,000 profit, give or take. And I will be in this long trade, this juicy $300,000 short trade, I mean, short. All right. Man, shout out to everybody who's been taking these trades with us, man. All right, long trade and short trade, both given in advance, baby. The what if scenarios, All right, VRA, shout out to JT. Can we look at Theta and VRA? All right, first let's look at Theta. My brother's into Theta. Thomas Casper. I do have to say that I am bullish on Theta Theta. Hang on, let me pull up the chart. Alright, let's take a look at Theta, y'all. Look, Theta. Bullish divergences on the weekly. Okay? Very bullish. Multiple Ben Armstrong, Big Boy Butt Cheeks, money flow coming higher. This is a very bullish looking coin. Money flow crossing from the purple into the blue on market Cipher B. Theta breaking out of the trend line, the falling wedge pattern that we had here. Okay? Very bullish. Very bullish. All-time high targets. We're looking at 1,500%. Good risk to reward. So really, and we come down for the support resistance flip. I was hoping for lower. I was thinking Bitcoin was going to dump from $48,000, and I was expecting Theta to come down into this area where I would look to buy a lot. But right now, we are still holding this sideways range here. So for me, I'll be honest with you. For me, there's two ways you could approach this. You could just say, if you're in this for the long term, you could maybe become exposed a little bit in here and hope that we break down for the retest. And then if we get the retest, that's really where I would love to buy this thing. Right? We break down from this flag to get a retest. That is a buy zone for me. Coming down around 75 cents. That's a major buy zone on Theta. Is that going to happen? Who knows? This is a bull flag right now. So this is a bull flag. We're holding this range value area. So anything below 90 cents is on sale. Anything below 90 cents is on sale. Let's just put it that way. Anything below 90 cents is on sale. Anything within 90 cents to $1.30 is fair price right now. And we understand that whether we're buying at fair price or we're buying on a discount, this thing is poised to pump. And so even if we get our average entry somewhere in here, we're still looking at, because, you know, I don't think Theta is going to make a new low. I really don't. You know, this is like a spot play, but we're still looking at potentially a 20-to-1 risk-reward ratio. 20 times more reward than risk, even with a stop loss down below these lows, right? But let's say we don't make a new low. We're looking at a 30x here. So, you know, that's with an average entry of literally where we're at right now. We come down a little bit. Maybe you get a little bit lower of an average entry. If we hit all-time highs, you're looking at a 38 risk-reward ratio. It's a good one. All right, Bitcoin dumping. Bitcoin dumping. The Bitcoin's dumping. Yeah, the Bitcoin's dumping. The Bitcoin's dumping. Yeah. All right, what else do we need to look at? All right, 1,000 likes. Shout out to everybody for 1,000 likes. God bless you all. Tomorrow when we do the live stream, make sure to like the video in the first 30 minutes so we can do the $1,000 giveaway. All right, let's see here. All right, VRA. Yeah, we'll look at VRA. Veracity. All right, so here's the deal about Veracity, guys. All right, Veracity, right? Shout out to call sign Arex. He says dump to 50,008 for liquidity grab before God candle. Shout out to call sign Arex. So here's the deal. Veracity forming this triangle. Bullish market Cipher B on the weekly. I'd say this thing has a likely chance of breaking to the upside. So really for me, anything at this trend line or below is buy zone for me. And then I would expect, you know, we're looking right now at about a 1,600% move to the upside. So that's about a 31 risk-reward ratio on Verath. I say it's a pretty good coin. I do not own any. I have no Veracity, guys. I have Theta. I have no Veracity. I have none. Alright, so just be warned. Be aware. Alright? I don't have any. Alright, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. He says dump down to 50,008. Oh yeah, to take this liquidity. Yeah. No, I feel you, man. Like, I feel you on this. I am looking to open up a new long under this level, right? This long trade gets stopped out. I'm looking to hop right back in another. Right? Now, is this not the best schlong in the world? Because, you know, when we were up here, I had $10,000 of unrealized on my long trade. Now, I have $10,000 of unrealized because of the long and the short. I've lost no money, not even unrealized profit, shorting this way. The schlong, baby. It's the schlong, baby. Zcash on the weekly's looking good. Shout out to Dylan Waves. Gotta be quick to click, baby. That's true. Gotta be quick to click. Alright, SEI. Everyone's all about SEI right now. I just bought some SEI, I think, right? Was it SEI or SUI? One of you guys peer pressured me into buying some. Man. So last time I was looking at this, I was wanting to... Let me pull on the right screen here. I was wanting to take the liquidity from this green line at 55, but we never did. So here's the deal. Now that we never have, there are two now potentials to long, in my opinion. Oh man. So area number one is going to be the daily order block that we have right here at 76 cents, value area high, golden pocket, daily order block right here, 76 cents. Area number two is still going to be, if we lose that, I would like to take these lows. These would be my two areas to look to long. SEI, 55 cents and 75 cents. Those are two areas of interest. I'm very interested. Very interested. Very interested. Alright? Is Bitcoin dead? Nah. She ain't dead. Hold Jasmine and Chia. I do actually hold some Jasmine. I hold some Jasmine. Have I seen Jasmine? I've seen it. Yeah, let's check it out. But let's quick check back on the Bitcoin here. Oh man, she's dumping. Shout out to Dylan Waves. Everybody go subscribe to Dylan Waves on the YouTube. Dylan Waves on the YouTube. Go subscribe. Shout out to SS Kings. I was the previous giveaway winner, aka oh, What to Post. Shout out to What to Post. Yeah, our previous $1,000 giveaway winner. Bitcoin flip POC as resistance. Yeah, you're right. So we're coming down to our next white line. 51.5. Let's pull a fib. 51.5. Pull a fib. Yep. Let's see what happens at the GP, baby. Man, oh man. Here we go. Oh man, we're coming down to the golden pocket. 51.5, value area low of the range. She's putting in the fight. We'll go to the 5-minute time frame. The red candle's coming down. She's coming to the 0.65. No stopping her. She's losing the range. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bitcoin taking a massive dump. Let's see if she holds this. She's getting a little bit of a bounce. Nothing too crazy here. That's wild. Man, look at though. You know, she's struggling at that area. Let's see what's happening here. Man, long's just getting wrecked right now. This is a long squeeze. This is a long squeeze. Alright, I'm going to TP on the short at the entry to my long. Lock in another 3K. 5K a day keeps the doctor away. Just kidding, it doesn't keep the doctor away. It keeps the job away. At least that's what Sam Price says. Shout out to Crypto Lifer. Alright. Alright. How long? About 5 minutes or so? What do you mean? How long until what? We hit that level? I don't know. Shout out to Divine Hood, man. Divine Hood giving the level, baby. Alright, let's check out 4-hour market Cipher B. Man, this is wild. Yep, 4-hour market Cipher B looking like she wants to give us that ugly bear div. Now again, guys, this is... Look at where we're at right here. Oof, 12 minute looking awful. We are at value area low of the range, guys. Confluence with the golden pocket. Alright. If we lose this, I'd say we're going down to 50K. And if we hit 50K, I'd say we could get a nice juicy long trade. The way this is looking right now. The way this is looking right now. 50K looks juicy, man. It looks so dang juicy. Look at this. Look at Market Cipher right now. She looks like she wants to give us one of these, you know? That would be real juicy. Multiple drive of div. Money flow coming up. Man, I'm licking my lips. I'm licking them. Yeah, see, we're getting some kind of support at this area. We're getting some supports at supports, guys. Alright. Shout out to the Casper crew. Long from the bottom, baby, giving in advance. Look at that. Short from the top, giving in advance. Look at that. Sheesh. Here we go. We're back testing the 6 Juanita right now. If we reclaim, we could get a nice little pump. So if we're going to continue down, you know, areas to be aware of right now to the upside. If we do bounce from value area low, pull your fib, right? When in doubt, pull the fib out. Alright? When in doubt, pull the fib out. So yeah, if we get a move back up, 52,400 is going to be a resistance. So that's probably around the value area high of the range as well. Let's check it out on good old MEXC. Yeah, value area high, right around golden pocket. Yeah, we're looking at 52.4. If we get a move back up to the top of the range, we might see something like this. Right? Let's see. We continue in the range. This is what we look for. But we're so far holding support. But we held support at the high volume node too for a little bit of a bounce. So, you know, so far these supports are giving us very little support. Supports offer little support so far thus today. But like I said, I don't think the weekly high is in. I don't think the weekly high is in. I do not think that the weekly high is in. Ooh, super trend just kicked in. Green, says Stupid Bitcoin. Stupid Bitcoin been holding the bullish bias for quite some time. For quite some time. Hang on one second here. Okay. If you get pulled over trading and driving, just pull your fib out. Shout out to Crypto Coons. Yeah, that's good advice, man. The cops, you know, they don't care. They will not give you a ticket if you pull out the fib. Right? They will not give a ticket if you pull out the fib. Isn't that crazy? I pulled it out once. I showed the cop, hey, look, man. He said, I'm going to give you a ticket. I said, go ahead. He's like, I've never heard anyone say that to me before. Like, yeah, what do I care, man? I showed him my trades. I'm like, look at this. Pulling my fib. I just made more money on this one trade than you're going to charge me in that ticket. And most people think cops would get pissed at that, right? Not this cop. Man, we sat down for like 2 hours. I was teaching him technical analysis, all this kind of stuff. I was teaching him how to pull the dang fib. All right, we're dumping. I'm just joking about that, guys. When I get pulled over by a cop, I just say as little as possible, do as little as possible. You know? I hate cops. I actually really struggle with hatred for cops. I'll be honest with you. Look, I'm confessing my sins on this stream. But yeah, I struggle with actually hating cops, you know? Why would they be a cop? You know, they just like take people's money away for no reason. I mean, some cops are good, you need cops, but a lot of them, man, just go on these power trips. It really pisses me off. You know? Confession of a crypto trader. But, you know, that's just my opinion. If you're a cop, no offense, you're probably a good cop. But most of my run-ins with the cops were when I was a dumb kid. Right? When I was a dumb kid. And cops, they don't care if you're a dumb kid, right? They just take your money away, give it to the government. That's what they do. Oh, Jared the Great showed a cop his schlong once and it didn't go well. What made me enter the short? I mean, literally, what made me enter the short was losing this level here. We closed the candle below this level. At least on Bybit we did. It was a little bit different on MEXC when I entered on MEXC. But look, it's one of my levels. We had bearish confirmations. You know, I just went for it. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, job feel. I have been taking shorts with very little confirmations lately because I can, right? I've been using them as insurance for my longs, right? So we come up here and I say we're either going to get a breakout or a fake out. All right, we're either going to get a breakout or a fake out. Now, if we get a breakout and I get stopped out of this trade, I would have lost like 2K, right? And I lost about 2K on my short yesterday. See, I shorted here. If you guys remember, in the Casper crew, I let everybody know that I was short from that level. All right? I was short. I told everybody I'm short. And then I said, I'm not going to close the trade now, but this is support at 51.4, right? This is a hedge for me. I'm not going to take profit until lower. If you're short, not as a hedge, this is a good take profit one because of the golden pocket, right? So I've been holding these shorts as insurance against my longs. You know what I'm saying? So I've been holding these shorts as insurance against my longs. So I let this thing run all the way into profit. We came down literally to 51.4, that exact low. We got the bounce back up and it got stopped out for like almost a $2,000 loss. And then I saw this entry here, and I'm like, well, once again, this if we're gonna reject this, this is the top of the range. This is where I should really be looking for a short. So when I saw that we just lost level, I just took the short. If the short gets stopped out, I did not care. The reason I don't care is because I'm in this long trade here with $250,000 long. You know what I'm saying? So I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose by shorting this. It's a good setup. So it's, objectively speaking, a good place to short. You know? What happened to blue and purple? I don't know. When I have to clear my caches and all that, it turns here. There we go. There we go. How many percent usually do you take in your stop loss? So for me, I don't like to lose more than 1% per trade. All right, 1% of my stack per trade. Yeah, I used to love Avenged Sevenfold, but I don't consider them metalcore. I consider them just like rock. But yeah, I used to love Avenged Sevenfold. Who didn't like Avenged Sevenfold that was into heavy music? Everyone liked them. Even if you would not tell your friends you liked them, you secretly liked them, alright? You secretly liked them, alright? Why blue and purple? Because red is very aggressive to the central nervous system. It makes you nervous, right? It gives you stress. So if you're in a loss and it's purple, purple is very calming to the central nervous system. Calm and collected, cool, right? Calm, collected, and cool on the central nervous system. So, that's why. That's why. Scotty Swing never liked Avenged Sevenfold. Were you into rock? Were you into rock? A lot of Dono Crypto, a lot of his drumming influence came from the Rev. I mean, look, Sinister Gates as a guitar player, he shredded, man. You know, he shredded, relatively speaking. You know what I'm saying? With the sweep picking and all this, the Rev was a really good drummer. I mean, they were a very, 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 very talented band. All right, as an adult. As somebody who's an ex-musician, as somebody who has kind of been in the music industry, all right, towards signed band and all that, you know, recorded albums, they were really good songwriters. They were really good at their instruments. They were really good at creating an image that could be marketed. And they were really good at creating a unique sound. So all those things make a really good band. Do I DCA on my entries? I usually don't, so sometimes I do. So the short I took from here, I did DCA. I had one entry here, one entry here, gave me an average entry right in the middle. For that, the reason why I shorted this, guys, is because we made a high, we made a lower low, we made a lower high into the golden pocket, and I said, there's a chance this could give us a lower low. And because I was in many longs, I did not want to only be long. So I took a short here as a hedge. And when I say a hedge, I'm not like hedging against my HODL portfolio. I'm hedging against my long trades because I've already made money on the longs. So if my longs get stopped out, I've made money. But if Bitcoin dumps and I'm not short, I'm missing out, right? So I want to get short. When I can get short, I want to get short. You know? I'm a tall guy, so it's hard for me to get short. You know, so that's why I've been taking the short trade here. And I let this thing get stopped out because it was a zero risk trade for me. I lost nothing on the trade. I mean, yeah, obviously I could have made more money than I did, right? I lost about 2K when the trade got stopped out, but my longs are still in profit, right? So it doesn't matter. I'm taking money from my realized profits. It's basically, it's like buying insurance to make sure that if price goes down, you're not going to lose out. Because, like, look at this, right? This short right here, I've locked in profits on it already, so it's a win-win stitch for me. But let's say I had no locked-in profits here on this short trade. When I started the stream, I had 10,000 unrealized profits in the long. right? Now, by the end of the stream-ish, I have $4,000. Because I took the short trade, I've lost no money, right? I've actually only made money. My unrealized profit is the same. It's actually a little bit more than it was when I started the stream, because I took that short, right? Shout out to Shakil Kazi with the hearts. I love you. What's the name of my band? I don't know. Yeah, hedge against the potential losses and lock in some profits too. Like right now, this hedge right here, it's guaranteed to win money. Right? It's guaranteed to win money on this trade. There's no way I'll lose. There's no way I'll lose. Even if it gets stopped out, it will be stopped out in a win, in a profit. And same with the long trade. So because I've already locked in a profit now, it's a win-win. Alright, shout out to Solid 7. In the midst of lions, those who fear cultists, weeping hour, as hell retreats, Colossus forevermore, the hearkening your memorial. Those are some metalcore bands you're into. I've heard of a lot of these guys, but I can't say that I ever really listened to them. Alright. Do I believe the alien from the mall in Miami? Honestly, nah. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You know, if I had to pick a side on it, I say it didn't happen. I'd say it didn't happen. I don't know what happened, but I don't think it was that. Shadows Fall, man. The only song I ever liked by Shadows Fall was The Light That Blinds, and the only part of that song I liked was the intro. All right. They had probably one of the best intros in the world to a metal song ever. And then they've ruined it with literally the most mediocre song in the world. I mean, come on. Come on. That would piss me off so much because I wanted to listen to the whole song. But once you get past that intro, you know, the acoustic part, and then you got that crazy alternate picking. And then the riff, you know. And then they ruin it with this crappy song. It's like, oh my goodness. Sheesh, guys. You had something so awesome and you could have... you know, it really... You know, I feel bad. I feel bad. You know? I feel bad. No offense to them. I mean, you know, it was a great intro, a great riff. I mean, that was a great riff, man. I don't know. I don't know what happened. They could have done a lot better with that, in my opinion. You know? Coheed and Cambria. Yeah, I used to jive to some Coheed. Where'd the dump go? Yeah, who knows, man. Joe Potter, man. A perma bull. Let's see what's happening on the order flow here. Looks like we just kind of ran out of steam, I mean, we had not really much shorting happening down here, right? So, a reclaim of VWAP, and now we're talking, I'd say. Reclaim a VWAP, and now we're talking. Breakout and retest a VWAP, maybe now we're talking. Let's check out good old MCB. Keep in mind, we are bouncing from the golden pocket value area low of the range, right? So we're not just bouncing arbitrarily, right? But also keep in mind, guys, like, let's go to the 12-minute, right? Wait, hang on one second. Oh. We did get a bounce also from 51.8, right? We got a little bounce from 51.8 too, so, you know. 12-minute looks nice for... Actually, 12-minute is giving us a bull div here. Let's see if this confirms. Let's see if this confirms. Yeah, Coheed, they were a really good band as well. Yeah, exactly, Stephen Wood. I agree, man. There would have been pictures and videos. The video everyone was showing was just people running. There was nothing. Not even a video that you could have said maybe. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, Parkway Drive. Now I used to love Parkway Drive, man. Baja. I used to love Parkway Drive. The album that had Boneyards on it. That was my jam. I used to listen to that on the way to high school my junior year. Jamming out. Getting all pumped up before school. Shout out to the bird next door. He says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day after day uttereth speech, and night after night shows knowledge. How can I talk about metal and not mention Bloodbath or Opeth? I never really listened to Bloodbath, and Opeth I couldn't get into. They were too progressive for me, man. I'll be honest with you. They were too progressive for me. Is this live? I hope so, man. If not, I need to re-examine my whole existence. Shout out to the Hodges Experience, bro. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. Dang, Barbara Yang, I'm sorry to hear that you got stopped out to the exact nanocent. That's not cool. Miami was probably new Bluebeam. Yeah, maybe. Like, who knows? Like, stuff like this, who even knows, man? We live in strange times where it's really impossible to know anything, really. I mean, it's crazy. Shout out to AZTV who took the long from the value area low. That's what's up. You know what? Should I scoop some profits right now? Let's see. What would I get? 1,600 bucks? Let's do it. Alright. Scooping a little profit out here, guys. Gonna close this one out for now. Alright. Let's go, baby. 4K a day keeps the doctor away. Alright, guys. God bless you all in Jesus' name. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are very blessed. The Lord is very good and merciful, and He's absolutely changed my life. And even if you are not religious or you don't believe in God or whatever, I pray you and your family are very blessed. I'm gonna head out, guys. I got some stuff to do. Thank you so much for being here. It really means so much that you guys take the time to watch the channel. And that being said, guys, I'm gonna head out and see you in the next video. Peace!